Vicky, I'm so excited because you're my first guest in this channel.
Thank you, Aki. I'm so humble.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we are talking today about grief.
Yeah.
And many people confuse between grief and mourning. Is there as in, can you please explain to us what grief is and what mourning is?
What is grief? Well, honestly speaking, hata mimi, I had a difficult time differentiating between grief and mourning. And my opinion, I think grief is the process, like you're dealing with the emotions when no one is watching. But I feel like mourning is something that it's the action before the burial. There are those people that they shave their head. There are those people that they have the body brought to their home, and there's crying, and there's so many activities. So I feel mourning is the activity before the burial, and grieving now is the process that you get to deal with it for a very long time.
So talking about mourning, we have people dancing around with coffins. In Western Kenya, people are paid actually to mourn. Is it really worth it?
When it comes to culture, that is a very sensitive topic, because there are things different culture do that different culture do not agree with. So as long as your culture advocates for that way of mourning, then it's okay, because I feel like cultures are important, and if you follow your culture, well and good. If you feel like following cultures is just then well and good, because this is it's a season, or it's a moment where you just feel like doing what you want to do. You get so no one should tell you, oh, don't do this, don't do that. Do what you feel like doing, and do it whatever.
So whatever you're trying to say is that do whatever works for you.
Yeah, do whatever works for you. If you follow your culture, yes. If you don't, then it's okay. Be you. Do you.
Yeah. Okay, I just watched your video, the first episode of this grief, and you've shared that you've been grieving from 2018 now. Yeah. Do you feel like there is there is a timeline someone is supposed to grieve, or how long does it take to learn to grieve?
Honestly speaking, I don't feel like there should be a timeline for you to be over with grieving. And I will agree with you, 2018, 2019, I felt like I think I should be over with this, because sometimes people will be like, you have to get over it. By this time you should be done with grieving. And then there are these theories that tell you grief should last 6 months. Honestly speaking, I don't think there should be a timeline for dealing with grief. It is a process, and to be sincere with you, I don't think most people get over it. You will deal with it. It's something I basically think I'm going to deal with it for the rest of my life, because this person lives on. I believe they live on, because love never dies. They are not here physically, so I will have to learn to deal with him not being here. And of course, after months, there are episodes of missing this person. Of course, we shared memories with this person, so I am bound to just see something and it reminds me of him, and it's okay to feel sad at that moment. It's okay to cry about it. It's okay. I'm just working in it and dealing with it my way. So there's no a specific timeline for grief.
So that's very interesting. I myself lost my dad back in 2018, and sometimes I just find myself thinking about what we shared back then when he was alive. So do you think thinking about the memories we shared back then will hinder my process of healing, or are we supposed to think about them?
Absolutely, it will not hinder your process of healing. In fact, I think thinking about them and having these memories is what it is what makes life. It is what continues their legacy. So don't ever feel bad for thinking about them. Don't ever feel bad for having those memories. Don't push the memories back, because trust you me, when you're pushing those memories back, after some time they're going to hit hard, and they're going to have a very bad adverse effects on how you're dealing with it. So don't push, don't feel bad because you're remembering them now and then. Don't feel bad about talking to them and expressing how you're feeling at that moment, because also expressing how you're feeling at a moment is very important. So yeah.
Now you're also dealing with grief, and what is the most difficult thing you've encountered during this period?
Most difficult thing I've encountered with grief is just insensitive comments. I believe people just comment. They have good intentions when they want to say, oh, it's going to be okay. Sometimes insensitive comments, I don't know if you have experienced such insensitive comment, like for instance, mtu atakuja kuambia, get over it, get over your dad, why are you talking about your dad? Let him rest in peace, wacha apumzike, it was God's plan, it was, it's this, no, those comments, they break your heart. And when you receive such comments, you start you will tend to think, now I'm supposed to be over my dad, I'm supposed to be over my brother, I'm not supposed to talk about him because it's a taboo, it will bring you what, people have, and no, this is someone you love, and love continues, and you have to continue talking about him because he lives, you have to talk about him to your kids, to so many people. I think you should, insensitive comments, people, be very careful with those people that are dealing with grief. Avoid comments like, get over him, get over her, it was God's plan, it's for the better. They're hurtful. I think just avoid them.
So have you come into peace with the fact that you've lost a loved one, or is there really a formula yenye tunafaa kufollow ndio at least as in it help in the healing process?
Wow, grief is a process that we are not even taught in school. But some are lucky. I did psychology, and there was a topic about dealing with grief, and at least that's. But now the thing is, I learned it after I lost my brother. So there's no 1, 2, 3 step of how to accept the situation, or to be able even to talk about it and not feel emotional. So to answer your question, Rocky, about formula, honestly, there's no formula. There's no today I do this, tomorrow exercise, tomorrow event, and then you'll be over grief. No, there's no a specific formula. But there are these stages that people talk of: denial, acceptance, anger, bargaining, depression, which they don't follow. For different people, they take different forms. Okay? There are those people that will start with acceptance, then go to denial, and there are those people that will start with denial, go to bargaining, go to depression again. For me, my experience, I think I went from denial to bargaining, to anger, to depression, and to acceptance. And you will realize that once you reach that point, now nimekubali is no more, you will most likely go back to denial or even maybe bargaining. So there's no particular way of dealing with grief. There's no, but you're just, if there's anyone watching and you're dealing with grief right now, and you're dealing with grief right now, just know you don't have to follow a certain process that maybe your dad was following, or maybe your mom was undergoing through. No, grieving for you, and grieving for your sister, it is totally different. Because even me, for my younger siblings, I think for them we grieved differently. They started with acceptance and everything, then they went to bargaining, while I was still struggling with denial. You get? So there's no specific formula, and you have to agree with me. I don't know if you
it's true.
experienced
That's
that.
pretty interesting. Because as for me, actually, when I received the news, I was like, okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, it happens,
Mm.
it happens. But when I was alone, after some time, after like 2 days, that's when it really hit hard, and that's when I started becoming in denial, right?
Yeah.
So I think it depends with the person. So find what works for you, as she said. Yeah, do it your way.
Do it your way, guys. There's no formula, and remember, there's no timeline. Don't let anyone set timelines for you. But of course, be cautious to know when you've reached depression and it has prolonged, because now I think when you have episodes of feelings of you want to take your own life, then you should see a counselor. It is advisable to seek professional advice, but just know you're not alone, and do you walk in the pain, deal with it. So grief is a universal process. At some time, at some point in life, we are most likely to undergo it, and we have to deal with it. It has no timeline. It takes different forms for different people. It is an uneven journey. It is sad, it is difficult, it is overwhelming, but you know what? You will get through it. And I also have a friend who has been writing about loss and grief. I'll leave the link down below. Make sure you go read about it, and also let me know in the comment section about your thoughts and your experience about loss and grief, and let me know if there's something else I've left behind, because I know grief is a very wide topic and I have not been able to cover everything. So let me know. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until next time, Milka Kamau. Yeah!